Alright, hello every pony. This is a kind of a weird video. I just wanted to go back and revisit something. Not many of you will remember this, but what year is it? No, it's 2024. Okay, so about, I want to say 2.5 years ago, I started working on this game. This is probably the worst thing I've ever created. It's not like the worst thing I've ever created, but it's like, it's almost there. It's like, it's almost there. It's pretty much the first game I actually published anywhere, and it just really isn't that good. So I wanted to take a look back on kind of where everything started. I usually mock this game a lot. I've mocked it for a long time, but I just genuinely do not remember a single thing from this game. So I just wanted to take a revisit back and see what monstrosity was created by me. Alright, so I decided to turn off the music because the music that I used in this game wasn't my own music. I composed a whole bunch of garbage for this game, like right before I released it, but I decided, no, I'm not going to actually use this. So I decided to only use the default music that came with rpgmaker MZ. Speaking of which, rpgmaker MZ, I do not own. I own MV 2000 and XP. This is the one that I used a free trial on. So this game was made in only 20 days. That was all the time I was given to make it, and that's also something to note regarding the quality of this game, because there is next to none. But we're gonna check it out. So here's something that I kind of have a habit of doing, where I just start out games in like this area beforehand, and it's just it's a fine start to it. Let's see, who is this fellow? Madeline. Hey, this is just a message for the player, so you don't really need to listen. Protagonist on a character who you... Thanks for playing my game. Really, please. This game, the places in this game may be based off certain cities and towns. The characters in this game are all completely fictional. This complete coincidence. Also, the views and opinions expressed by any of the characters don't reflect my own. So if you disagree with something, I didn't say it, an NPC probably did. But anyways, I've got stuff to do. Nobody talks like that. It's a great day today. I'm gonna go around the city with everyone else today, I think. So this is the Cannon House of Kit. I don't think I had a last name for her by this point, did I? I might have. This is my girlfriend. Oh, that's so interesting. This was before I designed her to have an eye patch. Okay, so something that I do in my games is I change the magic points to be action points. That's a reference to Fallout. This is supposed to be TP. I don't know what TP stands for because there's literally no explanation to what it stands for in the file, so I've just been running with that. I don't know why I changed TP to be action points in this game though. That's weird. So you can't interact with any of these things. let's see, Kitsune. This is Maya. That's right. I changed her name to be Maya. Her name in the... If anybody remembers the Roblox show I made, back before this game came out, you'll remember there's the main character Kit, of course, and then there's Kitsune. I think I said at some point during the show that her real name was Maya, and that is her real name. I don't think it's ever addressed in this game. She's always cool and always calm. Here is this generic outside. There's like no decorations anywhere. Barely anything. There's this weird mountain range with houses on top. This is really primitive, and it looks nothing like what the city actually looks like. The city is supposed to be based off of it's based off Kobe in Japan, which is like which has like this big man-made island, and it looks nothing like this. Everything is constructed so weirdly. I guess it makes sense, because I was like 14 when I made this game. These ruins, they give off a strange aura. Exactly what I was thinking. I feel like these will be important later on. Yeah, when I foreshadow things in this game, I remember foreshadowing is gonna be really... It's gonna be not foreshadowing, but like just saying something is gonna happen. Like, oh, I think something is gonna happen here. And then something happens there, because I said there's something gonna happen there. This is Luna Asterisk from my awesome manga. Oh yeah, in this world, Kit just moved here. And Luna just moved here. Because of course, they just happened to move to the same place. And they are all extremely important. Hey Kit, have you heard of the killer that's been going around? This is an interesting plot point. An interesting plot point about a possible threat to the cast that's appearing in the city. And I'm sure I'm really gonna elaborate on that. Are you headed to the city? No. I've really ever... I don't think I've like ever really changed content since like after the show. The biggest change to her character was that I actually gave her a proper I actually gave her like a proper gender. I also changed her personality to be less of an asshole and just like very oddly affectionate. She isn't really like that in anything else. It's just that. So this is the city. This is back when Mitaru was called Mitaru 7. I named this after a friend of the show, Meta 7. That was the joke. And that was the only time I ever named a city in this series after somebody. I've named characters after people, but never cities. Never after this. This was the only one. So here's all these cars. The thing about MZ is that it was a lot more unique with these like things that they like these things you could place around. In MV, the cars are all just the exact same thing, just different color. But in here, you got like different types of cars. You got all sorts of stuff. It's cool. The building's locked. We need a key card if we want to get in. I take out the key card. Oh my god, I didn't know about... I must have not known about conditional branches. I'm just... I took out the keycard line before you get whatever keycard you would have gotten. I don't remember a keycard at all, if I'll be totally honest with you. I don't know what keycard I was talking about. Dear God. I'm just... Looks like another accident. Hello. How do you know my name? What's your name? I hope... You'll know soon enough. She disappeared. How strange. I wonder what importance she'll have to the story. Soda burns my throat. I think that girl's supposed to be who would end up becoming the shopkeeper. So this is Mina. So here's the inn. This is the inn. I don't like this place. I've joked about this inn before. It's kind of like a running joke. In Clown Factory, there was the inn that you can go to, or that was in Revitalized. It was only in Revitalized, I think. But you could go to an inn, and then Kit will say, I've never had good experience with inns, and that's a reference to this. What was that? What was that? What was that? There's such a weird stock bang noise. If you don't care about interacting with characters that don't really have anything to do with the story, or you've already interacted with them, go on ahead. If you do care, or haven't seen those interactions, I don't care. Whoa, that was crazy. Another stock bang sound effect. All these doors are locked. Oh, you go into this. Okay. I thought it was going to be the purple door that you got into. Do I want to open it? I have a bad feeling about this chest. As if opening it will take me to another place. That's oddly specific. I don't want to open it. The computer doesn't do anything. There's a hole in the wall. What's this? Oh, I didn't turn off the player followers. That's funny. Is that a fucking ATM? Why is there an ATM in the hotel bathroom? That's such a funny and quirky little thing that I added to the game. It's so weird. Like, I bet you didn't expect to see an ATM in that in that room. No, you didn't. There's a laptop in here. Alter ego on it. Oh, that's a reference to I'm not enjoying this. Someone really likes ATMs. See, the running gag of an ATM is supposed to make you laugh. You're supposed to laugh at that. Don't take my tuna. Well, the good news is she's still alive. Bad news, though, is she won't wake up. So what are we gonna do? I vote we write very bad things on her. Been trapped inside an abandoned building. This is so interesting. This is an interesting plot point. We should find a way out of this building. This weird, odd building. It's like there's still useful stuff in it. Yep, this... I completely expected this, actually. I think I might put this in the, like, the actual RPG Maker that I use. Because MV is pretty much the exact same thing. It's just MV doesn't have this little name tag on top. And the character generator is completely different. Also, there's a lot more swearing than there needed to be. Ow, my head. Oh no, I got punched. And I got 2 aluminum bats. Oh, you can just keep using it. I don't think I'm allowed to use Stimpack in that. Or it's spelled that way. It just keeps giving me free stuff. I have 18 aluminum baseball bats. Oh, and there's also this. Okay. You can just walk on the roof. Good design, good design. You can't go on the roof here. I think I remember when I was testing this game, I just also did that, and I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? We should look for the others. Content is join the party. So this is the slums. I referenced this in, what was it? I rebuilt the entire city in Roblox Studio. I'm rebuilding it again because it didn't fit what it's supposed to. Like, it didn't actually... There's goblins? Why are there goblins? Of course, the music effects are loud as all hell. That's a lot better. Probably sounds a lot worse. Recording. The animations are really smooth though. I was surprised. I can't remember if MZ came out before or after MV. But I like the animations a lot better. Maybe I'll use this for my next project. one of my next projects because I'm not paying $60 for this. Next time it goes on sale. It goes on sale a lot though, so. Here's Tony and Jonathan's shop. Who's this? Hello. That's Johnny. I can ask him all sorts of questions, like what is this place? Only the finest shop in all of Despair Town. Why does he look like that? The art style is so weird. It's like old. It's like I've seen so many old RPG Maker games use this for it, so it's kind of normal, but it's also kind of weird still. Hey, can you not stand behind the counter while the store's still open? You can meet me behind the counter. Oh. Wow. Here's my funny humor. I didn't have good humor back then. Like mine isn't good now, but at least it's like not that bad. I wrote this. I wrote that out. When I was making this game, I typed out the name of the item and I typed out the description of the item for all of these. I don't even want to finish this game. Like I'm like actually serious. This game is just so bad. Like I guess it's like the entire point of why I wanted to play this game in the first place was because I wanted to take a look back on, you know, things, everything. It's good to look at your history. But sometimes some history needs to be erased, and this is it. There's a note here. Located in the medicine cabinet. If it's not located there, something has happened to me. I'm assuming it's not in the medicine cabinet. I remember this part. I remember this part because I felt so smart for making this. You're supposed to look like under the table or something. Or are you? You might have to look under the beds. The file says, that probably says something horrendous. Knowing me when I was like, there's a key. Oh, and the door appears. Now I can open the door. Wow. And now I'm in a cult room. This isn't the last time I've put an occult room in a game, but still, it's really boring. That's right. One of these beds has something. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Or is it gonna be like funny, like, haha, it's actually the one next to it. This game is gonna kill me. Red key. Did you guys hear something? There's a voice that I can hear. This game would be funnier if it had like 100 gex over it. Okay, canonically listens to 100 gex. Anyways. That's true. She does. Let's see. Gnomes. Those are not duendes. Falls to the ground and dies. Why did I write that? I could have just said the gnome died or the enemy died. But I wrote it falls to the ground and dies. That's just a waste of text. Are they just duendes? Are all the enemies that spawn here now just duendes? No, there's goblins, okay. Oh, there's the... See, it's blood. Oh no. See, the joke is that it was so awful. Nobody wanted to see it. That it was censored because it was horrible. And the joke was gonna be I would put what it actually looks like in the file somewhere for people to find. I didn't do that. I almost did. It's weird. I don't know why I did that. What the hell do you do? Something knocked me out. Kid got knocked out 3 times in this. I think. I can't count. Building is beautiful. I want to puke. So true. Okay, that was funny. I think why did it... What the hell? Oh my god. That's great. That's great. Oh, there's no autosave. Which is just like blabberous nonsense. What? What? What even? Wow. Wow. Instead of having a cameo that's like actually well thought out, like an actually well thought out cameo, I made sure to explain in great detail who that was. Is that Walter White? No, he's not. Everyone just calls you Harold. Sure, why not? why did I make this so big? Now we finally meet. Player name. Inspiring quotes. I will share the powers of fortune across the universe. That was the first and last fortune teller I ever featured until the Anchorage incident 2 years later. Very interesting. There she is. Oh, now we're playing as her. Oh, there's the nameless one. That's nameless. Back when I made nameless, never speak in proper grammar, and that was the whole joke. And I also think I made, yeah, the encounter rate is like way higher here because I thought it would be funny. But now that I'm playing through it, I'm just really disappointed in myself. That's all. That was so unnecessary. What did that even do? You're supposed to go through like a different exit, I think, actually. If I'm remembering correctly, at least. I'm trying to piece everything together. Let's go. Oh, that does a switch. That's right. First and the last time I used a switch in this game. Entire island was just flat grasslands. We should check it out. Is there a battle here? I don't think there is. Something's here. Something boring is here. Like most of this game. I'm just really not interested in this. Even though it's something that I made. It's like I was more invested in the Anchorage incident because I had to play through that game, of course, to test it, to make sure that you could actually play through the game. And I was so much more invested in that game. Like, despite the fact that I was like, I want to get this over with so that I can have this game out so other people can play it instead. And I still had a lot more fun playing that. And this is just, I want this over with. I can't remember if I had other people play this. I don't think I did. I hope not. I'm really sorry to anybody who had the misfortune of playing through this game when it came out, and just ever. I restricted it, and I made it only accessible to people who have a link. That was about a month ago, or that was when Anchorage came out. And yeah, that's a really great thing because less people have to experience this. You know where everyone went? Woke up in this forest about 2 hours ago and haven't gotten out no matter where I go. Makes no sense. These woods didn't even exist when I got here. Star Island was just a land and a few trees before. Ever since then, I left the Requiem Foundation building. When I woke up, I was in the city sewers. Nothing here makes sense. We need food. Why did I make them say fuck so much? Completely defeats the point of using such a strong word for like a story element. I've used it before in other games, like in future projects. I use it still. I just don't use it as often as I do in this game because I want it to actually be impactful when you hear it. Because in this game, you hear it and it's just like, oh, yep, that's the word. Way out of this forest, follow me. You're back in the town. No, it doesn't exist. What? Yeah, what? The spare town doesn't exist. This is where the timeline thing has happened, I think. I just don't remember any of this. She created this world. Oh no, that's crazy. Yeah, the world's about to end and then Kit's gonna die. That's all I remember. Oh no, the world is ending. The world is ending and the city's falling apart. We go into the... No, we don't go in there. We go over here and interact with this person. No, we don't. We interact with you. A demon. A demon. Oh no. Did I... Was the blood pink already? No, it wasn't. Was it? I never did that in later stuff. Because that... But... Okay. Sure, why not? Oh my god. Just yapping and yapping for nothing. I mean, this is still canon. Like, I still canonized it because it is technically. Because, like, I'll talk about it again one day. But there's, like, other worlds and other timelines. And then this happens. Raccoona. I remember drawing this on while I was in class. Through what do you call it? A photo editing app. Wow. That's the boss. That's the second to last boss, because there's only 2 bosses in this game because I couldn't be bothered to make more. Couldn't be bothered to do anything in this game. When you get 20 days to make a game, you make something like this, probably. No, Attack the Alberts was better than this, and I made that game in 2 days. I literally only had 48 hours to make that game, and it's so much better than this. Speaking of which, maybe I'll make a separate thing about this. I'm the ruler of this world. Domestic abuse. What an interesting plot point. This could have been an interesting plot point if I handled it better. But I was 14 when I made this game, so of course the 14-year-old me who had no media literacy. Wow. Ending from here, I think. This is where it ends. The game ends finally. He's obtained the power of Mirai. That was a power which I don't use anymore. I haven't written anything with it. I don't count this because this was just kind of like an experiment, I think, to like be able to build off of. And this had no concept. I had no concept art, no concept anything. No storyboard, no like ideas that I wrote down. I just decided to make something. I had these characters that I've already created. I've had these characters for a long time after or before this. Not a long time. Some of them are older than others. I want to say about a year. I made most of these characters when I was 13. And so I had these characters who didn't go under much changes. I'm yapping and I'm just watching like everything unfold. I don't know what's going on. How should I tell my boss about this? Let's go. Am I gathering all my friends to use the power of friendship to do this? It's time to use the power of friendship to fight. Oh, now I'm super power. Of course she has this power too. Oh, no time for fourth wall breaches. See, it's funny because she broke the fourth wall. That's the joke. Did you like my joke? I hope you did. I'm actually gonna go insane. Okay, so I gotta use my stim packs. My super stim packs. Why do I have so much items? Okay, we're gonna use the power of friendship to fight the boss. This is it. Where we'll use the power of SpongeBob. A new world is being created. You may have the power of Mirai, but I've got the power of Requiem. I am... she said it. She said the name of the game. That's the name of the game. He just stabbed me. But I don't care because I'm cool and I have superpowers. That's why. And this is the other thing that I drew in like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. Like significantly less. You stupid kids. little world rebirth will have to wait a little bit longer. A little bit longer is in a few minutes because the world, the Big Bang happens every time that kid dies. That's a real canon event that happens, and this will happen at the end. Game over. Game over. Great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Quality game. Quality game. It's over. 2 weeks later. Hey everyone. Things from elementary school. What? Also, a video of each of us swearing our loyalty. Of course, another Danganronpa reference. She's basically dead now. She wasn't even like... She didn't exist at this point. A voice is calling me. I'm dizzy. Wow, and now here's a Persona 3 reference. Dying on the rooftop. The end of the hero's journey and also the ending to our life. It is quite the ending. I'm just glad you guys are still alive. Not me, because I have to die at the end of this game. Why exactly? Does this have any plot significance? No, it doesn't. Kind of, it does. Oh, I just realized. She has ears, like human ears and cat ears. They're not cat ears, they're fox ears. That's right. That's funny. That's a funny thing. Till next time. Completed your journey. Yes, you did. However, the game still. Oh, that's right. Here's the ending. I just remembered I have desktop audio off, I think. So the writing, I should not have credited myself for this. Composers. Yeah, the ending theme was by Meta. I asked him if I could use it and he said okay. Requiem Kitsune original soundtrack. That wasn't used in the game. That wasn't used in the final product. The amazing people who gave feedback on what I should have done for this game. Whoever those people who gave me advice and said whatever I did was good, I hate you. Genuinely. Also, the resolution for this video is completely different. That was a good ending though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It was like, not good, but I could see where I was going and I had a good idea for it. I just moved to Port Island not too long ago. Port Island is Box City now. Box City is the city where Luna lives at in the manga, which you can read on Webtoon, by the way. Mayonaka no Mirai. This is the beginning of my story, out a story of my life. To my story of how my life was. I am a stroke rains. It all started when I heard my doorbell ring one day. Who could that be? This was when I had Luna, when she was supposed to be like a normal person who didn't drop out. She still lived alone, and that was the whole gimmick. It's still the whole gimmick, but not the whole gimmick. The whole gimmick is that she can rewind time. Who could that be? Hello there. I didn't design. I didn't want to make some edit of the face sprite because that would have taken too much effort. And that was where the game ends. So that was Requiem Kitsune 0. I called it 0 for some reason after it came out. That wasn't ever the name when I made it. The game sucked. That was horrible. Like, genuinely, that was so, like, not fun. It wasn't really fun bad. I mean, I guess it was. There were some aspects of it which were fun bad, and the other aspects which were not fun bad. They were just bad. It didn't age as good as maybe it would have if it was one of my other games. I do have a tendency to do a lot of reference humor, but when I do reference humor, it's subtle, and in here it is very blatant. If you understand what the reference is to, which it isn't really a diverse set of references that I'm doing. It's just a bunch of references to like Danganronpa and Persona mainly. If you have played either of those games, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about in those games, or in this game. Whereas in my newer projects, I still keep the references because I think they're charming and they can be funny at times. And then people who actually get the joke will be like, "Oh, haha, that was funny." And here they're like, "Oh, yep, that's a reference to Danganronpa. Wow, you really got him." It's like that one picture from Diary of a Wimpy Kid where he's like, "A good one, Manny," and then it's just "good one, Manny," and then in the first slide they're like, "Yeah, that's a good funny joke," and then the next one he's like, "Oh, that's a I'm just gonna show the picture." But yeah, this game was not great, but it's always great to look back on where you start. I'm still not very far, but I'm a lot better than when I was back when I made this game. It goes to show that if you don't have a concept for whatever game you're making, you're gonna make some garbage. Probably. You could probably make the greatest thing ever just off of a whim. And if you can do that, then that's cool. And I think you're awesome, but you should definitely write stuff down. Like, just write down a concept. Write down a beginning, an ending, and what you want their climax to be. And then fill in the blanks from there. And that's kind of what I started doing, where I'll just write the beginning and I'll write the ending, and then I just write things as it goes on to try and lead it to the ending. And I think that's something that a lot of, not just like people who write video games in general, but just like people who write stuff in general. I feel like a lot of authors do that. I think I could technically class myself as an author because I've published something. Or not published it, but like I've written a book adaptation of Clown Factory, so I am an author. So I'm somewhat qualified to speak on that. I would say at least. Maybe some others wouldn't, but I would. Regardless, if you want the link to play this game for yourself, it's in the description of this video. This video was very different than normal. I'm posting this on the main channel because I feel like I should at least start to make more content relating to my other endeavors. I can combine the two, I guess, to make videos about game development, and just that's kind of something that I wanted to do, and this is something that I can do with revisiting my old game. And yeah, I do plan on remaking this game someday with the actual better, more well-written story. There's a visual novel I've been working on and off, which is just like a remake of this story, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I've had to delay it so many times, though I don't know if I'll ever release it in the next like 2 years. But that's what I wanted to do, and I do plan on doing that. But yeah, for the time being, this is what you're gonna get when it comes to this story specifically. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say other than shout outs to women with white hair.